Well, it's a pleasure this morning to have us Bong County District number 6 representative here at the start of the ECOWAS, the Sixth Legislature, a setting of the joint committees on administration, finance, and budgeting. A lot of issues. The dedication of ECOWAS is in Liberia, and I'm told it will be up to I think for now the 20th of June. It's a pleasure to have one of the representatives of the ECOWAS Parliament here in Liberia, District 6, Bong County Representative, Honorable Moima Briggs Chat. Man, it's a pleasure. Good morning to you.
Hey, Kaka, good morning, and then good morning to your colleague there.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you guys again. It's good to be here at the RLJ with our colleague from all around the West African country that represent ECOWAS. We are here for a delocalized meeting, as you said, administration, finance and budgeting, macroeconomy, and the rest of the team. So it's a full committee, and they are assessing ECOWAS investment when ECOWAS do a lot of investment around the world, around the region, and then you see that the unemployment rate is still high. That's why the concern is about youth. So what the different thing we can do also to do youth integration, to make sure youth find a job. Maybe if it's not only getting what you call college education, so the committee going to be assessing these things. So is it that youth will be employed if they are getting trade, or they are getting technical trade, and instead of just being in a university or so? What it is, then it will be recommended to the parliament, and the parliament will sure look at it that and vote upon it, and then we will do a recommendation to the commission, the rest of the team. So it's good to have our colleague here from the region to host the particular localized meeting for Liberia. Is a good thing, and I'm excited for us to be here, every one of us, to see what is being done, that we all can work along with it.
You've been at the level of the parliament for a very long time now. Is this the first time for us as Liberians for us to host this kind of a meeting here?
Oh no, we always attend. My first 6 years, I know I was in with the parliament, but in fact we had an ECOWAS summit here. We normally have four sittings. We have extraordinary sitting, and we have a ordinary sitting. The ordinary sittings are 2, and it's always in Abuja. Then we have the extraordinary sitting is also 2. So we choose what country to go. So I can remember my first term, they had the extraordinary sitting here, and it was a good one. So ECOWAS is always here, and so this is issues that we have to look at. I think Liberia, by the grace of God, we are benefiting a lot from ECOWAS. If you check at the WAWU level, the ones that are responsible for ECOWAS health, because ECOWAS has different sectors and everything. Now, WAWU have done so much. They are renovating the clinic at the Bong water side. They have the Festudat project that is ongoing, and that they are sent actors out of the country. They did a sanitary usable part project, and in fact ECOWAS is also doing the Kavala River. That's going to even in fact link Liberia with Abidjan and other areas, and I was excited to be part of the donation process for Public Works to be more proactive in that project. They just donated, I think on Friday, a brand new Toyota Hilux for monitoring purpose. ECOWAS did that through the commission. So I can say I think our voices have been heard, because when we go at those regional body, we push our country issues, and we pray to God that ECOWAS will have the 3 countries that want to put out, every one of them have different institutions in their country, and today Liberia is waiting for one of them. If we can have the youth center, or we can have the WAWU headquarters here, that's going to also create job for our people.
Is it something that also from your angle, because you hear from the district before coming as representative and going to ECOWAS to represent our country as well? Is it something that you're already planning specifically for your district, that the youth of the district will also benefit from such initiative?
So some of these donations and other things you can recommend, and some can be sent in your district. But actually, it's the region deal with country level. So after it comes to the country, and then you can use your lobby listed power, and then you can also get some of your health centers or one of the areas to benefit. So there is not a much be done yet, because these funding that are come, they first of all have to use it, then then they can apply for more. So right now we have they also did a contribution of imports. So the last time we had a meeting with the health ministry, there was 150,000 that came from ECOWAS as an emergency as an emergency money for imports, and then they were able to give that money, divide some of them, and give it to the counties that now having issue with imports. So even Bong County benefited. So I was being on the region level and debating the issue of Liberia. It's not about just having it particularly for our district, but for the country to benefit. And when the country benefits, it trickles down to my county and also to my district.
ECOWAS is in the region, and we as Liberians, more especially we that has the opportunity to come from different counties, coming to Monrovia to live. Sometimes we get the understanding and the scenario of that as well. But since you're ascending to this identical position to go and represent Liberia, the Honorable House of Representative angle, have you had a town hall meeting to tell your people the importance of you being part of the ECOWAS delegates?
So most of the time I appear on the radio. Right. But when I'm having a meeting, I also speak about it. And like you, they always concerned, what are we going to get and this and that. And I tell them, at least our own folks being there, the only woman on the committee, like you saw it in the Nigerian news and everything, like we have a female senator that have an issue with the president of the Senate in Nigeria, and Nigeria gave their report, and they didn't mention that. And I was one person that flagged it, or I told them, you have this issue that is trending. A woman has been marginalized, a woman has been oppressed because you don't want to hear her voice. Why didn't you say it? And on that day, I urged all of my colleagues that are part of Parliament to not see the fight at Natasha front, but to see at every one of us, because a bullet for one woman is for all of us. And until we can get at the level of the men, when we have the issue, we must flag it up to the lighter until it can stop. Because marginalization has caused us, even today, look at us, we're just 11, as poor as Liberia is. We are 11 in the house. Why is it that we can increase? Because when it comes to election, not every woman has the strength like some of us. Some of us, you insult her, we say go. You say what you want to say, we still move. Some of the women, even if you ask them, why are you not married? They shy them away from politics. But do you normally ask the men, why are they not married? Some of them have 2, 3 wives, some of them have a lot of girlfriends and everything. So we have to fight it, we have to push it regional level, we have to push it at our own level here, national level, to make sure we achieve what we want to achieve. So our being on ECOWAS, it has helped a lot. It has given an eye-opener to know issues in the region and to be able to speak about it. And we think that Liberia is one of the countries that is benefiting also for ECOWAS a lot, because from the very reports, when you look at it, there are areas we have been touched and that other countries are not even been touched.
Looking at the theme of this gathering, it talks about addressing the rising level of unemployment in our sub-region, especially Liberia is of no exception. If you have a civil president Buakari here today, in terms of pushing this agenda at the level of the region, what would you say to the president?
So one of the things I as a representative been concerned about, I think there's a lot we can do. I think the president has to have a political will and see the need of the people and make sure that we review all of the concession. There is a lot of leakages in the concession area. I think when we are brave about the mineral God has blessed our country with, and look at it, and not only to a representative level, let's put on the committee from the Senate, the executive, the judiciary, and even diaspora, people that are well equipped, and every one of us sit as a whole committee. Because how can we still be sitting and having and the concession here has 97%, and we have 3% as a country? We don't have the minerals. When are we going to own our own country and partner with these people, these concessionaires? Look at, a few days I was angry when people were celebrating Asnomitad. If you look at the MVA Asnomitad signed some 20 years ago plus, They said in 2 years they were going to build a concentrator. So they come in after 20 years and they tell us they're building concentrator and people are celebrating them.
This is just slapping
So
the face
it's
of the
our own money
government.
they use. I still stand on it. It's our own money. In fact, if I was in as like President Wakai, I will make sure and bring the independent appraiser team to appraise the $1.4 billion they say they built. I will. Because we can't have these people just taking our resources, getting rich from all. You saw me, I did a communication for the review. I didn't stop there. I went to the president. I said, I think we have to tie our ways with these things. The leakages is doing. We are making these guys rich around here. Look what our citizens say. They're making $7, and the people are making. So we invited them. They asked for time that the manager was not around, and they're going to come because how can foreigners be making $90 in our country? In our citizens have been marginalized. In fact, they have been subcontracted. And in fact, you don't even know how the different places they all sourcing is their own company they are bringing. What was the bidding process? What happened? That Liberian did not.
But this has been a delay. At the end of the day, they will say the blame have been shipped back to
yes,
the leaders.
And this is what I told my colleague, right? I told them that the issue of the people complaining, they are right. Because if we take our foot and put it down and make sure that these things are done, they will know that we are doing it. We won't have to respond. The last time I did a communication, you sitting here, every one of you believe that we're making all of the money, right? I make 6,900. That's what I made from the time I've been in the house. So you have a commissioner sitting down to LRA and making 15,000 and making 3,000 plus of gasoline. You have someone to look at making 10,000 plus of deputy. And then why can't we suspend the rules, publish our salary, and request all of the branches to publish their salary, let the Liberian people know who's making money? What's stopping us from doing it? Why are we sitting there? Look at we passed the budget is a law. We passed the budget and said nobody will exceed 45,000 cars. These are the president, the vice president, the pro tem, the speaker, and the deputy, and then also the chief justice. The
chief justice.
So we sat right here. There was an issue with Loka. The chair went above. The deputies bought 54,000 cars. Directors so. They bought 54,000, and these are people that refuse to contribute to the budget, to the national budget. What you think the legislature we were going to invite them and charge them will continue and put them in jail for 3 days, 3 working days, ask them to pay a fine? You think anybody will break the law? No, because we want to do work with friendship. You're talking and say, oh, leader people. What do you call leader people when the largest are coming to us?
Is it that you people have compromised because sometimes we listen to a few lawmakers who are very focused, more especially when I was calling the House of Representatives, the less of you and other lawmakers as well. But then something I always used to observe about you is that writing those communications is not a thing. Citing the leaders are not a thing. But then you people cite the leaders, and then the same leaders you cite and to have the will and do the work, no, are there shielding them? Oh, leader man, why are you? Don't you think sometimes it is the reason that slap go on your faces that even when you invite them, they don't take you people serious?
Like now, I can tell you. I told my colleagues the last time we were in a closed door meeting. I told them, I said, we don't need us to be more proactive.
Right.
We just need 10 leg march, and we can make sure the right thing happens in Liberia. But again, like I said, everybody, people having self-interest, and I can tell them everything these guys did are crumbs. They are enjoying themselves. They are enjoying themselves. Even look at now, every day you have confusion in the house because other people want to sneak off and do what they want to do, so they divert our attention on these things and enjoy themselves with what they are doing. We just need to have more people to say we are nationalistic, love this country. Make sure you do the right thing to be on the record for it. And I even said it the last time. I did another communication. I just asked the speaker the few days, call the LCC. Today, you have people that they are in executive, they are in the House of Representatives, or able that declare their assets, right? Some of these people put there, I got a farm with 50 sheep, 25 days. Some of the House of Representatives put, I have this car. You can see the email. I have this land. I have this house.
They are not going after it to make sure.
So what is the appraisal means LCC is using to check the, what if I envision that now that I've come in a position, I'm going to acquire this thing before leaving? What is the means? Up to now, they have to call these people to tell, oh, these are important things. These are things we must stop. These are things we cannot have these people having 97% of our mineral agreement, and also we're giving the incentive agreement. Because somebody come with some 200,000 and tell you, say, let me come with everything free. Why would we even be doing it? But we just
do you sometimes feel frustrated and disappointed sometimes?
Oh, I am. Some days I get so frustrated, and then I'm just saying like, let me tell you, last time I visited a few pastors, and they called me to speak, and I told them, how many churches here? And they told me more than 15 churches in town here. And then I told them, wonderful. I said, we just came from an election, right? I said, you have someone here, all of you, in your churches, you have one person that you trust. In the mosque, they see, you have one person that you get that mosque money to, it will never lost. They see way. Can you start by this Sunday and make sure you put a basket down and as a church collect money for that person in your church for everything, open an account? Before the 6 year finish, you'll be having almost $3 million in the account or $4 million. And you all put beyond them and run campaign for them. Because the bulk of the people you cry on is the House of Representatives. And the reason you cry on the House of Representatives, because we come with zinc, we come with respect, we come with this, and you don't critique of what's ready, our intent are. So can you make your own and forget about the zinc and forget about this and make your own people? And this is how Liberia needs to be. I told them Liberia voted for an old person, they have voted for a woman, they have voted for young men, they say he had all of the connection. But
they are also saying they have voted for pastors, reverend who have gone in the house and changed as well.
Check the track records. When people are good, nothing worried about changing. And like you say, the communications we send, it goes to committee, and committee has their own interest. I would rather communication. If it don't come to my committee, it go to different place. I will just monitor and talk.
And sometimes these communications die perpetually in committee room.
Oh, sure.
And if you are the proponent of the communications and it dies in committee room, what do you do?
Like tomorrow I have you let talk and the person that you would not call the man, the person that will improve. Like now I have a concern, like some of my colleagues are telling me what we can do as an executive order. Hey, we are the representation of the people. If the president did that executive order is affecting our citizens, it's something we talk about. Can you imagine? Okay, the president did an executive order and say ID card and national ID card. So now national ID card superseded our passport. And in fact, it's not even proactive. People have, so somebody come from Topapolu. What before they come on the road, they have to pay $600. Then they come in Monrovia. The ID card is not decentralized. They come in Monrovia, then they go tell them go come back next week. You take your picture, they tell you go come back next week. Come back next week, they say wait 3 days. Then your money, you put the money in the bank, you can't get it because it's an executive order. We have to write the president.
Also be gonna write
the president on what?
Or us, we will write him to revisit his executive order. Either to make sure when the ID card is being decentralized, put money there. Do the same executive order, take some money and allocate it to the
country service center in your country is operating?
No, because I have people coming here. Yes, they feel they have to sign for somebody that had a check. They came here 2 times. They could not get the check because they were going to play the football game. Somebody donated it to them because the ID card is expired. And when you went there, the place was so packed. 3 times they said the place was closed now because the people, they are taking the number of people for the day. And then you have to go, I have to call the bank and have to talk to them. In fact, they said they couldn't even take my passport. So the passport is even, now the ID card is even greater than the passport.
They prefer the national ID card?
Yes, that's what they told me, GT Bank, and not only GT Bank, other bank.
So what will be embedded in your communication to the president?
So the communication is, we have to make sure that, first of all, if the ID card area cannot be proactive, the next thing is, they have to put in various centers for our people to not be suffering coming every time. And the next thing is, there is no way the national ID card can be greater than my passport. So we have to use other documents. Yes, they are. Even the voter registration card, they said it was guaranteed. We will use it in the bank. That will pay so much money for. In how much that is fading all now. You can even see some people face it and everything. That alone is everything cannot be used. These are things we have to speak of. Or no favor or anything. And my dear, I pray that people will get nationalistic. We will think about the people that gave her the job, and then we will do what we can do. Because I can tell people every day, all of the money legislators want to acquire, somebody want to bend the rules for this person. I'm not seeing a former rich lawmaker. Show me one. Show me one.
One senator said it this going
Show me one. So for me, it doesn't worth it. I just want to live at peace, find food to eat.
What do you think
That's
is the cause that searching around you have never seen a former rich lawmaker?
Anything you don't get the right way, you cannot enjoy it. Anything. Everybody that robbed Liberia, they will never enjoy it. I can tell you that.
Well, I'll let you go find a message to your guests, colleagues that are in your country.
Before we let the honorable go, there is this question that is burning my chest and I have to let it out. Honorable Moima Briggs Mensah is a female giant at the Honorable House of Representatives that which of course we know. The same Honorable Moima Briggs Mensah who always turned into session, if I battled males without fear and favor, representing ECOWAS. Do you sometimes do these things at the ECOWAS parliament?
You need to ask my chairman. You need to ask my deputy speaker, Tara. Like last time the speaker did not recognize me. I said, Speaker, no, you can't do that. I wanted to speak. You know that. And then she said, oh, I'm sorry to get it. The only thing I tell people is, this work, we shouldn't be cowardice. I'm Moima. So I must be the person I am, not to pretend in front of the camera. If you saw me these few days, if you speak about ECOWAS, I'm representing ECOWAS, you cannot denigrate ECOWAS.
Right.
If you have an issue with Senator Snow, I say, he's our colleague. Bring him to book and do what you can do. But we are part of a regional body. I wouldn't sit there and people denigrate that regional body.
Right.
It can be a colleague. We all will always joke. I will not allow it. Right? So I speak out to ECOWAS anywhere you send me, even if I sit in front of the president. If it's not the right thing, I'm going to tell you left for him to turn it. Everybody will be charged tomorrow by their work. But when the insult come in the house, it's come to every one of us.
Definitely.
So today, I can tell you, until we be nationalistic, until we have love for country,
right,
until we stop being selfish and greedy, and think about these people, it gets better for every one of us. Because when we put one law down and make it very well better, and we get the resources, you will have job, you will have job, you can be probably regional officer anywhere, and we all can live better. You don't need to call me, oh chief, why I say this and that. In fact, you can call me sometimes and say, I'm coming to see you, this is little envelope.
Definitely.
Because when I didn't have it, you're there for me.
Definitely.
And this is what we need to think about, to open the society, to open Liberia, that our people will get above the point of just asking and also be give us as also part of contributor for our society.
It's a pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you guys. It's always nice speaking to you, and I say thanks to our colleagues for choosing Liberia. You know, when you come, it's also a resources. You know, you have more than 30 to 40% here today, so you know what's going to happen for our AJ for the coming 1 week. They're going to achieve a lot, and things going to happen. Some of them may go to town to buy something, rent a car, and do other things. Like my Nigerian brother over there, you won't ever hear he like himself and enjoying himself. So he's going to be there, and so forth. So hey, come to the camera. So he's one of my very good colleagues. He's a Nigerian honorable. He's also here for the delocalized.
This is my
and it's
sister.
good to have you.
Go.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.